report on global warming from the United Nations contains a stunning projection. It finds global temperatures could reach an irreversible tipping point in not much more than a decade.
In light of that, Local 22's Devin Bates was out speaking tonight with experts in the field of climate change, and he joins us now live in the studio with more. Devin?
Well, Mike, scientists I spoke to today said a lot of the concerning statistics laid out in the report represent what they've been wary of for years. Chances are most of us have heard concerning reports about how climate change could affect the world unless we do something. The new report from the United Nations that predicts global temps could reach an irreversible tipping point in just 12 years could serve as a wake-up call, but experts in the field say they've been let down in the past.
The difficulty is that climate change is simply incompatible with business as usual.
Climate scientist Alan Betts says reports like this generally get brushed aside in favor of what we perceive as more imminent problems.
What usually happens when a report like this comes out is some people take notice who understand the problem, and the political forces that want to ignore the problem go on ignoring it. But it's something that we have to have a discussion of what we value. Do we value our children's lifetime?
Jillian Galford is an Earth Systems scientist and professor at UVM. She says this report is different because it contains a variety of smaller studies.
Instead of it being one report, they reviewed over 6,000 different scientific publications to build this consensus. So it becomes sort of a cornerstone of information, and we can build action from there.
Dr. Galford also offered a troubling assessment of what could happen if the world ignores this report from the UN.
At that point, our options become much, much smaller. We have much less room to manage risk. And that's the real issue, is that if we act now, we have lots of options. We can be very adaptable. We can make lots of choices. And as climate becomes more extreme and more variable, a lot of our options and adaptations go away.
In the wake of withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement last year, it remains to be seen whether the U.S. will take any new measures as a result of this report. Live in studio, Devin Bates, Local 22 News.